Hello, guys. How you doing? Listen, here's the thing. Going to go to the charts this morning. We're going to talk about premature bull markets. You've heard me mention this before. If Bitcoin goes into a premature bull market, uh, this morning is starting to look to me like it could happen. I'll tell you what the mark is, and for a premature bull market, I'm going to talk about premature bull markets. So stay tuned. Hello, guys. Welcome back. Let's get the charts open right here. Now, the first thing we're going to look at is Bitcoin, and we're going to go into Bitcoin Wisdom at Bitstamp, and what we're looking at is a price of $7,351. Let's go to the 15-minute chart here, and we can see it's consistently up, and it's moving upwards. If we go to the 1 minute, we can see that it is falling off a little bit right now at this minute, but consistently it's been upwards for the last while now. Bitcoin's slowly creeping upwards. If we go back to the, let's see, no, okay, 1 hour. If we take a look at the 1 hour, we can see back when she bottomed out at 58.80, and I told you guys, hey, I'm buying today. And it's been a steady upwards tranche. Now we're up to we've peaked at 7,411 and we fell back to $7,336. Now here's the mark. If I go to the 12-hour, what you're going to see, I'm going to show you the mark. The mark is higher than this previous peak right here. Now you see she's on her way up right here. If she makes it higher than this previous peak of 8,471 roughly, or 8,500 bucks, right? Right now, if it cracks 8,500 and it's on its way, then I will say we're starting to enter back into a premature bull market, right? The energy is going to start to come back into Bitcoin. Now let's talk about what's wrong with a premature bull market. Well, and what's right about a premature bull market. First off, what's wrong with a premature bull market is Bitcoin and all of the cryptocurrencies have not fully built out their infrastructure yet. They have not become what they're going to become. It takes time. It's just like a young man, you know, if he's learning to drive. When he's first learning, he hasn't yet got the ability to actually, he's got the potential. He's going to be able to drive the car, but he hasn't fully developed the ability yet to drive the car. You don't want to let him drive downtown Chicago or someplace like that, or downtown one of these big cities or something. You want to let him drive out like in a country, in a rural setting where it's easier to drive, learn first. Well, that's the way with Bitcoin. Right now, at these lower prices and everything, it's like a kid that's learning. He's got his learner's permit, and he's out there. They're building the infrastructure that they need for Bitcoin to be the successful world reserve currency that it's going to be. The Lightning Network is going in place and everything else. But it's not all in place yet. Not all the bugs and kinks are out of it yet. And people are not using this system yet. That's the most important part. People are still using Visa. They're not using cryptocurrency. And so the infrastructure build is not completely in place yet. And so now this bull market we had before, the reason why it fell off so abruptly and went all the way back down to to $6,000 from 19,666 was because the infrastructure is not all in place yet. Right now, Bitcoin, the people can see that this infrastructure is being built. They can see what Bitcoin's going to become, and they're investing in it as a speculative investment, not because Bitcoin has that worth. What is Bitcoin really worth? Well, right now it's worth $6,000. That's what it's actually worth in real fair market terms because of the network that it actually has established behind it. Right? It wasn't worth the $20,000. Okay? That network that Bitcoin's building is roughly right now the same size as PayPal, the network that it's building. So it's not a company that should be valued where Bitcoin is worth more than $6,000 at this moment in time. So if we go back into a bull market and Bitcoin rushes up to some astronomically high price, first off, number one, the price it rushes up to is going to be limited. It's not going to go to 50,000 right now. It's not going to go to 100,000, right? Because the infrastructure hasn't built out yet. Now, later down the road, when the infrastructure gets built out, then Bitcoin will go to 50,000, 100,000, 200,000. And because the infrastructure is going to be the main net of money transmission worldwide, in other words, the world reserve currency, and because Bitcoin is so limited in supply, ultimately, in the end, when the infrastructure gets fully built, over $1 million of Bitcoin. You heard me right. So, this has to build. This is building. But why I call it a premature bull market is because if we go into the bull market right now, we're going to be limited to around 25,000 max. And the bubble's going to pop again. But this is so bullish if this happens. If this actually happens, if we actually go into a bull market right now prematurely before the infrastructure is built out, after being in a bull market, if we do that again, that same thing, and say we go up to 25,000 this time, that is going to bring so much more interest into Bitcoin, and it's also going to build that infrastructure so much faster if that happens. A bull market right now is going to be tremendously bullish for the whole cryptocurrency industry if we have a premature bull market. And this is why it's good to be excited about the prospect of a premature bull market, because this infrastructure build will bring so much more interest into Bitcoin after just going through experiencing a bull market and then having a back-to-back second bull market this soon. Would be tremendously bullish for the whole thing. So remember this, 8,500 is a mark. If we exceed $8,500, say we start to move up to 9,000, then the bullish sentiment's going to come back to this marketplace, and we're going to see money piling in. Quite seriously. And it could very well happen, and it's especially likely to happen if the SEC, the Security Exchange Commission, does approve that Bitcoin ETF this month. Now, never forget, we're trudging very quickly toward the end of this month. We're already at the 4th of this month. It won't be long. We'll be through this month, and the Security Exchange Commission is going to decide. I think they're going to decide in favor, and I think this very well could push us back into the bull market again. And so Bitcoin could really heat up. So if we have a premature bull market and the bubble pops on the other side, then you're probably not going to see these $6,000 prices so much anymore. It's needless to say. So this whole thing, we're watching it very carefully right now, and we're going to see if it exceeds 8,500 bucks. Okay, so let's take a look at cryptocurrency market capitalizations now that we've talked about premature bull market. And we can see some of the coins are starting to take off, and the market cap's starting to take off. We're almost up to 240 billion again. Bitcoin dominance at 52.9%. We're looking at Litecoin has taken a bit of a pop last night. She went up 5%, $68.08. Now, why I focus so much on Bitcoin and Litecoin is these are going to be your two savings currencies in the cryptocurrency space. These are your two savings currencies. So is Bitcoin Cash, but especially Litecoin and Bitcoin. Those are the two savings. This is your savings. And it's not going to be moved so much because it's like money in the bank. It's like gold and silver. It's going to mostly sit as savings, your Litecoin and your Bitcoin. Now, these other coins are going to come in as methods of payment. Coins that are capable of carrying many thousands of transactions per second are going to come in as methods of payment. And so what will happen is when you go to the store to purchase something, they will take a whole list of coins, and then you can have your favorite coin to pay with. Your boss, your place of work, they're probably going to pay you in coin at some point in time in the not too distant future. And they're going to different places, they're going to pay different coins. They're not all going to pay Bitcoin and Litecoin. Those are going to be the most popular coins used to transfer that value. Okay, so whatever you get paid in. Say you're getting paid in Cardano. Okay, or I don't know. Say you're getting paid in EOS. Okay, that's what you get paid at work. Say you get paid in EOS at work. You're going to be able to, anywhere you go, they'll take EOS and they'll convert it into Bitcoin or Litecoin. And then convert it back into EOS. And the computer will do all that automatically. So if you go to, say, Walmart, and you go in, you want to buy with your EOS that's on your phone that your boss just paid you, it'll be instant conversion over to Bitcoin and back over to EOS. So the value will be set of everything will be set in Bitcoin. So as you walk into the store, you'll see the prices, and the prices will probably all be in Bitcoin. But you'll be able to pay in EOS. And the computer will do that conversion at the register instantaneously. And they'll have a list of coins that they take, probably the top 20 coins. They'll take any of which. And people will pick from these top 20 coins which one's their favorite. And they'll have that as a coin that they use for day-to-day transactions. But their savings will be in Bitcoin and in Litecoin. That's where they'll keep their savings, their big money, their money that they earn from working and stuff. They'll keep their savings in Bitcoin and Litecoin. And most people will keep their savings instead of in the banks like they do now. All those trillions of dollars is going to be transferred into Bitcoin and Litecoin, into this new system that's setting itself up to be the new system. Take a look at Monero. Monero's up really good, 138 bucks right now. It is one of your coins that's really popped. Litecoin is on its way to popping. We see some of these coins are up quite big. Monero and Litecoin are the two first ones to take off here. IOTA and Dash are following in close. Dash has went over 200 bucks again now. Anyway, thank you guys for listening. We'll catch you tomorrow morning. And you guys have a nice day today. Bye-bye for now.